Zip splits big payments into not so big ones and provides the flexibility and control to pay over time. Available wherever you get your apps. Learn more at zip.co. Zip is a proud sponsor of Opportunity Knocks.
Funding for Opportunity Knocks is provided by Visa. Visa, everywhere you want to be. Additional funding provided by the Wells Fargo Foundation, which seeks to strengthen historically marginalized communities by investing in pathways to economic advancement and generational wealth. Opportunity Knocks is sponsored in part by the National Council for Financial Opportunities. To learn more, visit thencfo.org. Support for Opportunity Knocks is provided by GreenPath Financial Wellness, a national nonprofit providing financial counseling and education for more than 65 years. Learn more at greenpath.com. Previously on Opportunity Knocks.
Saving $300 a month is life-changing for me at this moment. I'm so excited. I'm so optimistic.
I had no idea the El Paso Hispanic Chamber of Commerce offered all these services. I'm really excited to start making this a reality.
We got you approved. We're going to save you $200 a month on your auto loan.
We're going to pay off your creditors directly.
Oh my gosh, I felt so alone and isolated, and that's going to take so much off.
Every day, millions of families must choose between putting food on the table or gas in the tank.
It's desperation. I can't juggle this much longer.
It's not cheap to buy clothes and shoes for all 4 kids.
Opportunity Knocks is back this season with 4 single moms, 3 expert coaches, and resources in their own backyards. What happens next could change everything.
Everyone is putting up the facade and trying to live the American dream. It is exhausting.
How much debt altogether?
Talk to me about credit cards or credit.
I feel like I should not be asking for help because I shouldn't need it.
The constant stress.
And I don't like crying about it.
Will it be enough to overcome the obstacles in their lives?
I wake up every single day stressed about it because I don't know what's next.
It's spiraling and I can't keep up. I need somebody to show me the way.
This is the moment when Opportunity knocks.
I was so focused on somebody else for a really long time. I kind of put myself, my goals, everything on the back burner. It was hard. It was an 18-year relationship. It was half my life with this one person. But there were so many things that had happened since then, especially like all the growth that I've done, I think personally, that I feel like it was truly a blessing in disguise, something that maybe was holding me back from the things that I can achieve on my own.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to see you.
So good to be back.
I know.
Oh my gosh, you changed the photos.
Yes. Makes me feel happy.
Now when you walk up and down these stairs, you can be inspired instead of being reminded.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So this means you've been doing homework. So I can't wait for you to catch me up on everything you've done. So I know I left you with a lot of homework. Did you have a chance to go to the Opportunity Coach?
I did, and the first one was Raiz Federal Credit Union. It set me up there. We talked about a consolidation loan, and that's how I'm gonna pay off my credit cards. And then like maybe a month after that, I checked my credit score, and it went up 102 points. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, that alone made me feel like empowered and ready for everything that's to come.
It was so good seeing Giovanna again. She has made so much progress in just the last 6 weeks. You look like a different woman.
Do I?
Yeah, I love this for
that's
you.
good.
You just sound so much more empowered.
Before Patrice came, I was really like nervous and scared. And since we talked, I've learned a lot. I've made so much progress, and I feel like I'm a whole different person and in a better place.
Well, I want you to know it's visible. It's not just even how you feel, it's how you look. It's just even seeing you when you open the door, I'm like, oh, she's different. She feels empowered just as I knew she would if she actually followed the homework. Catch me up, what's been going on with the couponing business?
I'm about to do a class here locally. We were trying to keep it at 50, but we had 80 people sign up. Yeah.
Giovanna, what? That is incredible.
Yeah, I was happy, and it was in less than 24 hours.
It tells you that the demand is real.
Yeah.
And this is a real business. So are you starting to see that?
I am.
And own that?
That I just always thought like it was just a hobby. And now it's like maybe it can be more than that.
You know, you've said maybe a few times. So we're gonna take maybe off the table. Yeah. This is a business, and this will be the thing that changes your life if you keep up the consistency, but also if you take it seriously.
Yeah.
My ex would tell me that couponing wasn't gonna get me anywhere, making videos wasn't gonna get me anywhere. So now having someone behind me and saying like, hey, this is a business, like you need to start seeing it that way.
So let me hear it. Is couponing with Giovanna a business, or is it this kind of sort of cute thing that you do?
It's a business.
It's a business.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go. Okay, so you've been doing so well, but that doesn't mean that I'm not giving you more homework, okay? So we want to keep the momentum going. Now that we know that you're making couponing with Giovanna a business officially, that means it also needs to have its own business checking and savings account. So she's going back to Raiz Credit Union to ask about whether she should start her business checking and savings account. The other thing is, and it's time to move the divorce forward. I'm going to see Giovanna again in 6 weeks, and I can't wait to hear her updates.
I'm ready, and I'm laser focused.
You are locked in.
Yes.
I know you are. You got this. So the next time I see you, we'll be in Seattle. Give me a hug. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see you soon.
6 weeks ago when Lewis was here, I was feeling excited, ready to conquer my goals. Later on down the line, I felt like I started to have a lot of doubts. My work life was definitely stressing me out, so it kind of got me off track. Hi.
Hi, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again as well. Come
look-
on in.
How have you been?
I've been okay. I've been well. Some days are better than others.
Give me the days that are not so good.
I feel like most days I'm just overwhelmed and tired.
Part of this whole process is we're working on not just fixing your finances. We're working on, I don't want to say fixing you. I want to say we want to work on.
I would say fixing me.
Well, not really, right?
We
want to work on.
bad habits.
Yeah, but we want to work on you growing, right?
Yeah.
Like, what did I do so wrong for it to end up like this?
I think that when you've had somebody who you've loved and like the father of your children and who passes, maybe that people sometimes get really busy because they haven't dealt with the grief. If nothing changes, if everything continues the same, where's Christina gonna be in 3 years from now?
In the same position.
You think? Or worse?
Possibly worse, yeah.
So if we want a better positive outcome, I'm gonna suggest that you get help.
So yeah, I think it would be beneficial just for me to have counseling in general. And of course my kids, because I want them to know how to deal with their emotions.
I feel like where there's a will, there's a way. I just have to.
I would say when there's a why, there's a way.
There's a why, there's a way. Okay, I like that.
When,
I like that.
when there's a big enough why, there's a way. Yeah.
That actually makes more sense.
So Christina, last time I was here, we talked about your car loan that it had a really high interest rate.
Yes, I was actually able to go to Southern Security, and they were able to refinance my car.
She lowered her interest rate on her car loan by 14%. She's opened up a miscellaneous savings account where they're having money taken automatically from her payroll into that savings account.
So my next step is to actually rent a home.
Okay. So that savings account, maybe you can use that as your savings to move into a place.
I've got a lot of homework to do. So Lewis and I spoke about going back to Southern Security to start that savings plan so that I can finally move into the home that I want.
Go online and search for a community partner in grief counseling.
I think grief counseling would definitely help. I have always been the type of person to bury my emotions and just keep moving in life.
You've been holding stuff in too long, and I think that once you let some of that out, you'll be able to realize that Christina needs to be taking care of Christina a little bit more, okay?
I do.
I'm really proud of you. I'm really excited to see what happens in 6 weeks. I want to see a new Christina, but I want to see that joy in her eyes. That's what I'm looking forward to. And believe it or not, your children, your relatives, and your friends are going to look at what you're doing, and you're going to give them the courage to do the same thing.
The last 6 weeks, I feel like I've made some steps, but I also feel like I've taken maybe a step backwards. But now I'm ready to just hit the brakes. No.
Hit the gas.
Yeah, hit the gas. That's what I meant.
What do you think the dream house looks like, Leah?
It's a big house with a balcony.
A balcony? What kind of balcony? Ooh.
Light blue and lavender.
What color is your room gonna be, Landon?
Red.
Blue shutters? Okay. Do you guys wanna have your own rooms, or you wanna
I want to have my own room. I want a backyard with a bouncy house.
A bouncy house?
With 5 chairs.
With 5 chairs?
Yeah.
That's very specific. So Coach Jean wants us to put these up here so we can visualize our new house, okay?
Okay.
Oh, thank you. So sweet. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Amber.
How are you doing?
I am great. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. In the last 6 weeks since I was here, how many random grocery store visits have you made that weren't part of the big shop?
Probably 2.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah. I canceled 3 subscriptions.
Great.
I got rid of like 4 apps that were charging me like $5 a month that I probably used once.
She really reined it in. I mean,
Yeah.
have you added up how much of a savings that is?
Not yet.
26
26
for those subscriptions. Groceries.
Probably about $50.
That's 50 a week,
Yeah.
right? So that's 200 a month.
I was going like 4 times a week.
That is $21 a week. That's $84 a month. Your debt consolidation.
$240, yep.
Add that in.
I'm gonna just knock off $20 for that.
Let's add these numbers up. 26
$200, so $730.
times 12.
$8,760, which is a lot of money.
Get excited. That
That's
is
good.
a huge amount of money.
I mean, that's a down payment for a house if I stay to it.
And if you, what's going to get in the way of you staying with it?
Nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
This is what you have to come back to when you feel like you're losing your resolve. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for helping me.
Yeah.
Seeing a number in front of me makes me feel like I did accomplish a lot in 6 weeks. And for once, the big number is actually a positive. It's not a red for me, it's a green, because this is the money that I'm saving versus the money that I'm spending.
All right, so let's talk about your homework. Go back to Sky Point.
Sky Point.
I want you to look into the first-time homebuyer programs at United Way. All of this is a series of habits, a series of building blocks. But if she can stick with it, it sets the stage for a financial foundation that actually works to give her the life that she is working so hard for. And then I will see you in 6 weeks with all of our other families in Seattle.
That's exciting.
It's such a great community.
It would be good to hear their insight on their experience.
Yeah, but I want you to have plenty of good news to report.
Okay.
All right, I believe you.
It's definitely possible. Just seeing the small progress I've made, buying a house does not seem like it's out of reach.
I'm very impressed. I mean, there's not one thing that I asked you to do that you didn't do, and that doesn't often happen. So you should feel good.
I'm in. I'm all the way in.
Okay, I'm off.
All right, thank you for coming.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me in your home.
Thank you.
I feel like your foot is gonna stop it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Let's do some more.
You're happy.
Do some more. That's the lion, the kangaroo.
Well, you're good at these. Yeah.
When we go to his therapy sessions, we just try and focus on things that make Parker feel good and having a positive interaction with him while doing that.
I know you're happy.
He's excited.
Good high five.
High five.
Nice.
Good job.
We're gonna go home.
Nice job.
Over the last 6 weeks, a lot has happened. Lewis is coming back, and I'm really excited to tell him about the progress that I've made thus far. Hi, Lewis.
Hey, Ashley, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Long
Thanks
time
for
no see.
coming. I've been doing good.
Yeah,
How are you?
what does doing good mean? What have you been up to?
Checking off those homeworks that you gave me.
Listen, I can tell before you even get into what's going on with the finances. I know that something good is happening, so I can't wait to find out.
So I met with TAPCO, and they were able to provide me a debt consolidation loan. I was paying well over $1,000 a month just in all those payments, and now I'm down to $258 a month.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Took her monthly payment from over $1,000 to $258. That's life-changing. I think it's a $750 monthly difference. What does he say to you when he sees that it was like one of those online advanced, right, where you pay with things? What was it, 172%? I forget what it was.
Yep, he had no words. He was like, wow, this is super predatory. This is what we try and avoid. And so they were able to take over that with the debt consolidation loan.
Right.
And
So what else have you done to save money?
I was able to cut unnecessary items on my cell phone bills. I was also able to cut my cable bill. And then I met with GreenPath, and they counseled me on credit report and how to knock those things off my credit. She said that these third parties buy the original debt from the original creditor at pennies on the dollar. So a lot of times you can negotiate for a lot less.
I'm so proud of you that you picked up the phone and started calling some of these creditors, but I'd like a little bit more details. What was the process of what you did?
First one I called was Kane and Weiner, and they actually told me that it was paid off 2 years ago. So I was like, why is this on my credit report? You need to remove this.
So now that was affecting your credit score?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I was like, hey, I'm gonna offer you 50% and I'll pay it off right now today. What do you wanna do? Yeah, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was. I was kind of psyching myself out.
So how confident do you feel right now? How do you feel about yourself?
I feel empowered. That I'm able to do a lot more things on my own than I thought.
I think you're taller, like another inch now, right? Because yeah, you just seem a lot more confident. So that's fantastic. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I think that we just need to have to do just maybe a little bit more homework.
Lewis would like me to return to the Opportunity Coach and look at resources for side hustles. He also asked me to look into local autism support services in the community.
How are you and Ryder doing? Are you able to spend some time with him alone? One of the things is that I asked her to do was actually make some time to spend time with Ryder. It would have been very easy for us to do all the work for you, but the goal was to teach you how to do it for yourself. I think what Ashley has learned is that she can be also a financial coach. She can also show other people how to do the same thing that we're teaching her how to do.
Before this process, I was hopeless and really didn't know how to get out of it. With the resources that I've been provided and the tips and tricks that I was given, I feel like all my goals are possible.
I will be seeing you again.
I'm headed to the Opportunity Coach right now.
Great, that's awesome.
So Christina, how have things been going since we last met?
I'm definitely trying to budget better. I am starting to see like a little more room to do things with my money, especially as far as like saving. It feels good. It feels great to save some money and be able to get back on track.
So what is your living situation currently?
So after their dad had passed away, I ended up moving back in with my mom.
How would it feel for you to have your own place and your kids having their own rooms?
Part of me feels like there would be a weight lifted up off me.
Do you have any plans on moving?
To start off, I think I want to try to rent a home first. I'm definitely not trying to live above my means or anything like that.
So you would typically need to save at least 3 times your rent before moving. We can get you set up on a savings plan to get that started.
I'm very grateful for y'all. Seeing Melva again, I was extremely happy because I know she's gonna help me get on the right path and just kind of guide me through the whole process.
You might want to look into community partners like United Way. They may be able to offer you a match savings program.
They can actually match my savings?
Yes, it's possible that they can match your savings.
I had no idea there were programs out there like that. It feels like things are slowly but surely starting to come together.
You have made a really good start by refinancing your car loan, getting that payment down, which gave you additional cash flow. So you're on the right path to moving into your own place.
Now that I have the foundation, I can see my vision coming to life.
So how do you feel about all of this, making these steps towards getting your home?
I'm a little nervous, overwhelmed a bit, but I'm actually very determined to do it.
And I'm gonna assist you with it, so you will not be alone in this. Okay, well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you. See you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on for you?
The Opportunity Coach led me to an organization called Hello Divorce. So I just got out of an 18-year relationship. I think one of the biggest things that is still weighing on my shoulders is this divorce.
It took a while to get to this place in your relationship. It's going to take a little bit of time to unwind it.
So I'm really looking forward to using the service to help me get through that.
Divorce is never easy, but I just want to assure you that you are taking all of the right steps to set yourself up with a really solid foundation for your next chapter.
Javon, it's so great to see you.
You too.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good, good. Thank you. If you want to go ahead and take a seat. I know that, your couponing class is coming up shortly. How are you feeling about that?
Well, I kind of just been going over it like myself mentally, at home kind of doing a little run through.
We did have it fill up within 24 hours, so that was exciting.
I know, that was super exciting. When you texted me, I was like, oh my God, no way. Like, it was great to see that people are actually interested in it.
We all want to know how we can make our money last, and what better way than doing it than through couponing. I know that you've taught me a lot when we've talked about it.
Yeah.
When we were scheduling this meeting, you shared with me briefly that you wanted to talk a little bit about the business account and what that was gonna look like.
So pretty much after meeting with the El Paso Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we talked about, registering my business name and then opening a checking and savings account for my business.
When you are a business owner, the last thing that you want is to have your personal and business assets going into one account, because then you're having a hard time distinguishing your personal expenses opposed to your business expenses. Yes. You're having a difficult time, when it comes down to like the tax season, as well as a level of professionalism when you're meeting with the individuals and they're paying for the service and so on and so forth. Of course, you want to make sure that all those payments are going to the appropriate area.
I'm looking forward to starting my checking and savings, make it official as far as couponing with Giovanna being, a business.
If you need anything, please do not hesitate to give me a call. Such a pleasure as always.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Since the breakup, I do feel like maybe my kids saw someone that was scared, someone that was worried.
We're here for the presentation.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. Nice to meet you.
That's my daughter,
Hi.
Sienna, and my
I've heard a
son,
lot
Joey.
about you all. Nice to meet you. Yes, come right in.
This is something that I've talked to them about, and we've always brainstormed and talked about things, but to actually see it coming to life is really exciting.
Testing, can you hear me in the back? Testing, testing.
Hello? Oh God. So it should be what's couponing and then the best stores, the rebate apps.
Coming from someone that didn't really allow herself to think and feel.
And during, don't look at me, don't make me laugh, don't, because that'll make me more nervous.
I feel like that it's going to be great for them to see that I'm finally taking charge of my own life and the things that I want to do with it.
So we're going to be starting here in the next 15 minutes or so.
Next time on Opportunity Knocks.
Lewis wanted me to find some community-based support, and I was able to find Washington Autism Alliance. It's nice to connect with people that actually understand.
Christina, sometimes when people come for grief counseling, you kind of feel like everybody else has moved on and you're still here.
Walking into this house is really allowing me to visualize myself in my own house. Maybe this is something that could really happen.
Please join me in welcoming Joanna as she shares her knowledge to help our community.
Everyone deserves opportunities. Find yours at opportunityknocks.net.
Zip splits big payments into not so big ones and provides the flexibility and control to pay over time. Available wherever you get your apps. Learn more at zip.co. Zip is a proud sponsor of Opportunity Knocks.
Funding for Opportunity Knocks is provided by Visa. Visa, everywhere you want to be. Additional funding provided by the Wells Fargo Foundation, which seeks to strengthen historically marginalized communities by investing in pathways to economic advancement and generational wealth. Opportunity Knocks is sponsored in part by the National Council for Financial Opportunities. To learn more, visit thencfo.org. Support for Opportunity Knocks is provided by GreenPath Financial Wellness, a national nonprofit providing financial counseling and education for more than 65 years. Learn more at greenpath.com.